So the one thing I see a lot of the TC owners do is they will Plasti Dip the lower air dam here. They'll mask it off here, and then this entire section is going to be a flat black to match the grill. And if you look here and you just imagine this area here being black, you can see it gives it a nice aggressive line. Now I like that look, but you know, I didn't want to be like everyone else that does it, and I do like the contrast here. But the car is about a year old, and I have so many like chips all across here. I mean, it's pretty bad. It feels pretty bad. I just washed the car and clay barred it and then ran my hand across once I got all of the impurities out of the paint, and it was, I mean, it's so rough from all these chips. So I'm going to use the plain black Plasti Dip. It's supposed to hold up to rocks since it's a rubberized coating. Now normally what the people do is they'll just mask it off and then they'll just paint it right on the car. But because I have the air splitter and the rod here, I'm gonna have to pop the bumper off because you know, it's gonna be difficult to mask and paint around here. And while I have it off, there are some tabs on the back side of here, so I'm gonna pop the tabs and pull the grill out also to make sure I can get the Plasti Dip underneath here where I need it to be as well. When you go to apply it, the one thing to do is you want to do a light coat, wait a couple minutes, and then do a heavy coat, wait a few more minutes on that, and then a heavier coat. And as soon as you finish that last heavier coat, you want to peel the tape right off, because that'll leave it with that nice sharp line you're looking for. If you let it dry, what's going to happen is you're going to go peel it, and the tape is going to start peeling up the actual part that you want to keep on the car, and then you're going to have to end up peeling all of it off again and starting over again. So I got to do a little bit more research to figure out what the timing is between coats, but I will let you know as I start doing it. All right, time to take this bumper off and get at it. So I decided to leave the bumper on, and I'm just going to paint it while it's on the car. When I took the splash shield off on the bottom, I was actually able to reach up with a hex key to remove the support rod for the air splitter. Unfortunately, as you can see, the bolts that they sent with it are rusty on the outside here, which is a problem because the one on this side is completely seized. So I'm gonna have to work around it. I've taped it up and I've masked it as much as I can. I'm just going to make sure I get enough plastic into that corner and pray that that works out well. So I have masked off the entire splitter down here, and I've done about 3 pieces of tape coming up here. I'm going to use this FedEx envelope to mask over here as I come around to keep any overspray off the car as well as on the corners. Now, I did say that when you do the final coat, you want to pull the tape off immediately. In this case, the only tape I'm going to have to pull off immediately is this here, and of course the one over here. I've made sure that it is on the top so that I can just pull it off. The bottom tape here I don't have to worry about because it's not really going to get sprayed enough that it's going to create a big thick layer since I can't get underneath the dam. And this layer up here, which will get a good thick spraying, I don't have to worry about either because these are 2 separate pieces, so I can let this fully dry and then pull that tape off later. All right, so now that it's all clean and ready to go, let's go ahead and start spraying it. So I'm going to start off with a light layer first, then I'm going to wait about 2 minutes, then I'm going to give it a normal spray coat, wait about maybe 5 minutes, and then give it a thick coat and then pull off the tapes on the ends. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so this is the first coat. This is just a light coat to give it a base for attachment, so you definitely want to let this dry. Once this is dry, then I'll go ahead and apply the second coat and then the final coat, and then we'll peel the tape off and see how it looks. So here it is after the second coat. I'm not too confident that 3 coats is going to be enough to actually have it be black, because if you look down here, you can sort of see it's already, you can see the white paint underneath, so I might have to do more coats. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do less time between coats, just maybe 3 to 4 minutes between each coat, maybe try to do at least a 4th coat, maybe a 5th coat. But I'm going to have to pray that when I get to the end and I peel the tape up off the edge, that it does not peel the tape off the car. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, so actually 3 coats was enough. I just did several passes on the final coat, keeping the can 4 to 5 inches away, doing steady back and forth movements until everything was covered. So it's going to leave it with a nice smooth-ish finish. I mean, it is plastic coat, so it's not going to be perfectly smooth, but it actually looks pretty good so far from what I can see. I think it'll match up with the rest of the plastic very well. As soon as I was done that final coat, I did peel the tape off on the corners immediately, and as you can see, nice sharp line. So that's going to be really nice. Very excited. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry and then put everything back on the bumper. And now for the finished product. So you can see that it does change how the car looks on the front by plastic dipping that little piece in the middle there. So it looks pretty good. I am very happy with how it turned out. So, all right, I'm gonna put my license plate back on and get out of here. Thanks for watching.